Hi, welcome back to another Crypto Dave video. It's the 1st of July, so I'm just doing my usual monthly crypto investment and mining profits, or in this case mining losses for June 2018. So this is covering my two portfolios that I list publicly. So this is an investment portfolio and then my mining and staking portfolio. So let's start by having a look at the investment portfolio. We'll just run through any figures for or any changes this month, and then we'll go through the figures at the end. So if we scroll down to the bottom, we'll see a couple of purchases this month: £100 worth of Ethereum on the 11th of June, and then Monaco. So this is a new coin. So basically I've applied for a Monaco card. Their application went live a few weeks ago, so I decided to buy 50 tokens to lock up in their wallet. And basically they have different levels of cards. So the more coins you lock away, the higher the kind of like reward level you can get with your card, the bigger the withdrawal limits and various other bits. So I went for the basic one. You can have a free one, you can order their free one, but I went for, I think it's the Ruby Steel card. So you have to buy 50 Monaco tokens and lock them up for 6 months. So I did that. Ironically, it's the only coin that's been, I think it crossed my entire portfolio that's up this month. It's up 30% just in the last week, or the last sort of 8 days. So that's been really kind of positive. But if we take a look really at the kind of market, you can see this massive tail off this month. And this is following on from a similar amount of losses really last month as well. I think probably over the last 2 months, we're probably down about 50% in the kind of mining portfolio, down substantially in the staking portfolio as well. But I'll run over the actual figures at the end of the month. If we collapse the coins together, we'll see that the earliest coins that I invested in are at the top, and then the more recent ones at the end. And we'll see really here you've got Navcoin and Bitbean. Now Navcoin is several different transactions between September and October. But it's still, you know, really in those kind of like quite high kind of prices. Bitbean we bought during the start of the kind of dip, but obviously it's dipped a lot more since then. So both of those coins are dragging the investment portfolio down substantially. Now, both Navcoin and Bitbean stake, so I have got some staking rewards from both of those coins, which we can have a look at here in the mining portfolio. So I always put the staking and mining rewards into my mining staking portfolio. So if we look at Navcoin here, we can see we've staked not this complete number of coins. I did actually kind of buy a few of these, but probably about half of that is kind of staked coins. And then if we go down to Bitbean, you know, there's $100 worth of staked coins there as well. So that does offset some of the kind of loss here, but in purely terms of coin price, you know, substantially down. We've got Dogecoin down here as well. It's only £100, so it's not a big issue. But yeah, Monaco, a little bright light in an otherwise very, very bad month. And let's jump over to the mining portfolio and we'll talk about this. So if we scroll to the bottom and look at the recent coins, we can see here Akroma. So this is a staking, oh, it's not a staking coin, it's a masternode coin rather. I set up a masternode this month, so that was 5,000 coins you need for that. Now it's not currently listed on Coin Market Cap. You can see here, it looks like it's down 26% today, but it fluctuates up and down huge numbers each day. I'm not completely convinced that the figures being pulled into Crypto Compare are correct. It's only really got volume on one exchange, that's stocks.exchange, which I bought on. But yesterday I think it was up 30 odd percent. Today it's down 26%. But it's not really indicative. This does fluctuate up and down on a daily basis, which isn't reflected if you actually go into the exchange. But that's a new coin. I found this tiny bit of Gincoin. Now Gincoin, I popped it in the portfolio because Gincoin is a coin I really kind of like. So I want to get started with a masternode at some point, hopefully in the next kind of couple of months with that. But Gincoin's a coin I really like, so I popped in the bottom of the portfolio here. It's only half a coin, just so I remembered to take a look at that again. But as you can see here from the markets, you know, big losses, you know, across the kind of month. We've seen very, very small kind of tiny kind of like, you know, kind of pullbacks. And then yesterday, or beginning of yesterday, we saw a little bit of a kind of pullback, and then we've trending flat. What tends to happen is that you get a little pullback, it trends flat for a while, then takes another kind of plummet. We will have to see where the bottoms are, but let's have a look at the figures. So this is for June 2018. Start with the investment portfolio. The acquisition cost £9,170, currently worth £7,723. So we're down almost £1,500 across the board and down almost £3,500 from last month. And last month it was down a similar amount on the month before. So we've lost a huge amount in the last 2 months after that small rally back in, I think it was back in back in April. And then over to the mining portfolio, no acquisition cost here. It's too difficult to try and work out electricity costs and stuff like that, so I put that at zero. The holding's $36,238, and that was the figure at midnight last night. And again here, massive change, down almost $15,000. So that's down probably 40-45% on the price last month. And last month it was down, you know, a big chunk as well. So really disappointing across the board. Let's have a look at what we mined and staked last month. And just taking a look down here at the bottom, we see the total here. We've been around the sort of 1,000 odd mark. I think last month was probably about $800, but we've been over the 1,000 mark for quite a while. Now, the reason this is lower, there's two reasons really. The price of the coins mean that probably what we've got is probably halved in value of what it was a couple of months ago. But also I've turned off some of my mining stuff this month. So I was mining on my 1070 rig. I've been mining Zencash, but with the advent of all the new Z9 Mini kind of machines, it just didn't make any kind of sense. The other reason is it's been very hot here in the UK the last few weeks, and the machines are getting very hot. So I've actually switched off that machine. I switched that off about a week ago. My R4, so my Antminer R4 hasn't been running all month. I turned that off last month. But let's have a quick look at the figures. Burstcoin. Again, this is, I hit a couple of blocks beginning of this month, but then they have had a change from proof of capacity to proof of capacity 2. So rather than sort of convert my kind of disks over, I decided to replot to kind of like streamline everything, and it's taken forever. So I'm down a lot on what I'm kind of mining with Burstcoin at the moment. I've currently only got about 15-16 terabytes active. It will be best part of another month till I get that back to my previous amount, but hit a couple of blocks before I started to replot beginning of the month. So 1,700 odd burst, that's $25. A little tiny bit of Bitcoin. This is through Nicehash, $45 worth. I have this tiny bit of Dash that came in from an old Genesis mining contract that seems to have dried up now, as all cloud mining stuff has, but still a dollar's worth came in this month. Zencash, I was mining for the first 2.5 weeks probably this month. That's $84 of Zencash. Electroneum, so I have the mobile wallet open. That sort of trickles away in the kind of background. It doesn't actually mine using your phone's resources. I did a video on this, but it kind of pseudo mines and it sort of airdrops coins in. It's quite delayed. When the stuff came in, there was a kind of hard fork, I believe, this month to try and address some issues, but just under $1 worth of Electroneum. And then Golem. So if you'd followed my last Golem update video, you'll know that the vast majority of the coins I've earned have not been paid yet, but I still made 12 Golem worth $4.37. And then the majority of money, as in the last few months, has come in via staking. So Navcoin, $11.77, Syndicate, $51.22, $6 worth of Neutron, $7.50 of gas with Neo, Beancash, $4, Smartcash, just over $37, Linda 15 or just under $16, and Akroma, this is a new masternode, $26.50. Now a lot of these figures are down substantially. I moved over from staking in the wallet for Linda and Beancash this month. Basically I've gone weeks and weeks without receiving stakes. I moved over to staking pools, so probably missed at least 2 to 3 weeks worth of stakes for some of those. The other thing to note is that Navcoin, the network, has updated. Lots of wallet updates this week. Akroma masternode needed updating. Smartcash, I've lost out on Smartnode rewards here because their network is currently updating. So there's been a huge number of changes within my staking and masternode setups this month. But I'm hoping that July will be a more straightforward month. As I said, in the last couple of weeks, huge number of updates across the board really with my staking and masternode coins. But anyway, grand total of $321.40. A really kind of poor month, a mixture of not mining as much, not staking as much with some of the issues on the staking and masternode coins, and also just the suppression of coin prices. So probably we've lost a third of value this kind of month, which brings this down, and then probably we're down 50% probably on what I've been mining before, and probably 25 to 30% down on what I was staking last month. So anyway, that's a quick update for this month. Let's hope July is a more positive month. Let's hope we can, you know, we have maybe reached the bottoms, or we're around the kind of bottoms. We start to see a little bit of a kind of clawback and a growth back up, because that would really obviously help our profits going forward. But thanks very much for watching. As always, have a great day, and you know, good luck to you with your mining and staking rewards as well. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.